Hey, what's up, everybody? How you doing? Who all's in here? What's up, OTB? I'm waiting on somebody else to get in here. What's up, Trouble? Y'all blowing up my phone, man. All right, winterization. What questions do we have for winterization? Ah, Puerto Rico. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, man? Got some people rolling in. Exactly. What's winter? What up?
How much? How much? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm gonna get a water bottle. I'll be right back.
Okay. What's up, Thomas? How long should you idle your truck? Are you talking a gasoline truck? 6, 7 power stroke? What kind of truck are we talking about? And you're in Puerto Rico. How cold does it get in Puerto Rico? Thomas is in here. Trouble. OTB's in the house. People tend to just put the key in and drive without heating it up. 3.5 EcoBoost. Okay. Currently living in South Carolina. Okay. Yeah, you're not far from me. Okay. As far as heating it up, if you go out there and start it, it'll come up to high idle, a little over 1,000 RPMs. As soon as that comes down off a high idle, you're safe to drive. Not hard on it, but just drive normal, and it'll come up to operating temperature a whole lot quicker. It's not going to hurt anything. That's what I do every morning.
Right, I'm back.
I'm
Yeah,
here.
I do the same thing with the idle. I mean, the same exact thing that you said. And my car already has 180,000 miles and it runs like a champ. No problems at all.
Yep.
Because after that, it's just a waste of gasoline.
Yeah, you're just idling for a long time and you're washing out the cylinder with fuel.
Yeah. And people think like, oh, I'm gonna let it warm for about 5 minutes. It's like, no, you don't need to.
You're not really doing anything.
Mhm.
When you put
Just
a
waste.
load on the engine, just driving down the road, that's what heats it up a little bit quicker.
I mean, you're gonna, I mean, unless you're gonna take off like NASCAR, then let
Yeah.
it warm up a little bit more, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're punching it hard. I mean, you're going on a highway like right away or something.
Yeah. So I'll start my truck. I'll go get in it, let it come off a high idle, and then I'll pull out. It's maybe 2 miles before I get to the interstate, and it's almost at operating temperature by then anyway. Hey, James, what's up? 3 minutes tops idle. Yeah, usually when it's really cold, it's about 6 minutes, give or take. If it's really hot outside, you're looking at minute and a half, 2 minutes. My Wrangler is at temp in less than 1/4 mile. That's pretty good. And that's just normal driving. That's not being hard on it. Where'd you go, Chris?
I'm right here.
Uh,
Just
um,
opening up my tablet.
Bob had a question that he texted me earlier. So if you're in a diesel truck, what do you do if you run out of fuel? And can you use used engine oil for fuel? Well, if you run out of fuel, you're going to get air in the system. So we don't want to do that. You want to get fuel in it, and then you want to prime the fuel system by turning the key on and off. It's usually about 10 to 15 seconds. You're going to do that about 5-6 times. It should start. No, you cannot use used engine oil as a fuel. It has to be forgot the term for it. They make fuel out of used oil. Kind of like making moonshine. Same process. It was 8 outside this morning for me. Now it's 27 outside. Yeah, if you're letting it idle to defrost the windshield, that's different. Biodiesel. Chris, you're all quiet, man.
I'm reading the comments here.
Oh, I'm trying to keep up with them. You can, but it's still on Amazon. Yeah. So I wouldn't recommend just dumping used engine oil into your fuel tank.
I don't live where the temperature is like freezing. Do you recommend to warm it up more when it's freezing temperature?
When it's freezing, yeah.
Oh yeah, because I mean, of course, like you said, like the windows are gonna frost up and everything. You let
Right.
it defrost.
Yeah, it's last night, I think tonight's supposed to be like 27 degrees. It's not like negative 11 degrees or negative 8 or where I'm at. It doesn't get that cold. So hop in it, start the key, comes off a high idle. If my windows are frosted, then I'll sit there for a little bit longer. I haven't seen the videos where they're putting it, just dumping used engine oil into the tank. It's got to be a biodiesel or a biofuel that I know of. Mom has a Cadillac Escalade 2019 with cracked rear rim and air is coming out. So I took it off and put the spare tire on. What to do to fix this rim? Should I let the dealership deal with it? Most dealerships have a rim repair person that they call to come fix it. And they'll usually like weld it and sand it down and then balance the rim. If it's just too bad where they can't fix it, you may end up having to buy another rim. Yeah, it got up to, I think here today was like 55, somewhere around in there. It's 38 right now where I'm at. I would ask your dealership if they have a rim repair guy, or just call around and ask the rim repair guy, because that's not going to be under warranty. I like my coffee mug my wife got me. I don't know if you can see it. I'm a huge Michael Myers fan. Currently 29 in Connecticut. I got up to 63. But you guys with the diesels, do you guys winterize your trucks? You guys put anti-gel inside the diesel fuel? You got to be running a fuel additive.
You got to be running that AMSOIL fuel additive from you.
Welding aluminum makes it gummy. It will work and polish out perfect. I would hate to live in Buffalo. They got over 6 feet of snow. Yeah, I saw the pictures. That's crazy. Yeah, the rim guy that came to our dealerships and stuff that fixed the rims, he was awesome. You couldn't even tell that the rims broke when he got done, and he'd repaint it afterwards too. Yeah, the AMSOIL fuel stuff that I run in the fleet, it's a all-in-one. It's a anti-gel, fuel system cleaner, injector cleaner. It'll really help for people in cold weather. Oh, I already read that. It'll really help for people in cold weather with them cold starts, unless they have a block heater. It'll still help even if they have a block heater, but still doing leaves, not ready for snow. Gets horrible cold by me. Tips on warming up the engine when it's around 0 degrees outside and rough starts. What do you mean rough starts? Like it's just so cold it doesn't want to crank over. I would check the battery. Make sure you got enough cold cranking amps. And if the battery is good, you got remote start, Bob? Yeah, block heater would be good. Keep it up to temperature. That way you'll already have heat when you get in. One thing I've never understood, this may blow your mind too, Chris. So you have a heater core in your car that circulates hot antifreeze. So you can have heat in your car, right?
Hmm.
Electric cars have an electric one. Some of them have a, yeah. Why don't they just put electric ones in gasoline vehicles? It's less coolant you would have to use.
Some money for the companies.
That's true.
It's like tires, I guess. I heard they can make tires that are like they don't use air or something. What do you think about that?
The new tires that they use?
Yeah, I mean they were thinking about coming out some tires that don't use air.
That's crazy. What is it, like a track vehicle? Like,
Yeah, that has like in the inside of the tire has like shock absorbing
mm-hmm. I've
things.
seen those.
So it's but I mean I think it's just money, you know.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a lot of businesses out of business.
Yeah. I'd hate to see the price of those tires though, and they're probably going to be a pain in the butt to change.
Hmm.
It says hard starts when it's super cold. I got a new battery that's 14 months old. Lifespan of a battery is about 3 to 5 years. You're looking at a year and 2 months. Doesn't mean it's still good. I would actually put that thing through a really, really good load test. Yeah, Derek, they are. They're almost like run flats.
It'd probably be like thousands of dollars just for our
It
card.
just the facts just said they have those on tires on the John Deere zero turn mowers. They're $600. Yeah, super cold weather is hard on batteries anyway when you're trying to start. It's just drawing all the cranking amps out. I'll probably have to look at getting a battery for my truck here pretty soon. Have Rich test it and warranty it out if it's bad. Yep. He's going to have to do a massive test on it though. He's going to have to use the Rotunda machine. I used to machine the specialized rotating indexing and sealing unions that control functions on the tire machines for all the major manufacturers. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool how all these machines are built. Hey, you can have that 20 below stuff. I'm glad I don't have that problem, and I feel sorry for the guys that do live up there. 27's cold to me. Hey, Bob, does it do that when you use different kinds of fuel grades? Like whether you're using low grade, mid grade, or high grade, does it still do it? And you guys that are running diesels, are you running anti gel fuel additive? Chris, you running any additives in your vehicle?
Yeah, I run a the upper cylinder lubricant and the PI performance improver,
That's what I run.
the AMSOIL stuff. And what I like about that stuff, there's tests done that it minimizes the wear scars on the upper cylinders of the vehicle, and I get about 2 to 3 miles per gallon more, miles per gallon mpg.
Have you done the intake clean yet with the power foam?
I haven't done that.
I did that Saturday on my truck. What a difference.
Yeah, stuff's AMSOIL rocks.
You're not living until you feel minus 20 plus a negative 50 wind chill. Oh, I've been up there when it was cold before. The AMSOIL in one is great on my 7.3, and I really am liking the hot shots with the winter defense. Hot shots make some good stuff, man. In cold weather, make sure all accessories are off. Puts less stress on the battery when starting. This is true. You guys that like to leave things plugged into the USB or into the cigarette lighter is what they used to be called, but they're now power outlets. That actually still draws off the battery. Hey, I used to live in Oklahoma. It got cold out there. Amazon makes really good products. I've tested a few of them. Rich has tested way more than I have, but and it also comes down to where you live, your climate that you live in. How do you drive? MOA is good too. My best friend that passed away is from Chicago, or not Chicago, Illinois. Not Illinois. Damn, that's the same place. Minnesota. Mm-mm. All right. Get you in here, Bob. Keep asking the questions, guys.
Man, that's cold.
That's
Cold.
very cold. That's too cold for me.
80 degrees.
80 mile per hour winds.
Yeah, 80 mile per hour winds. That must go right through the clothing, man. But it doesn't matter what you're wearing, you're gonna feel it.
You just might as well stay inside at that point. Yeah, because they catch all the wind off of the Chicago River and all that stuff. And that why it's like so windy there? Bob can answer that when he comes in here. Man, we can get a few other people in here too. Who wants to join us on chat? Lisa, I haven't heard from you lately, man. I've been worried about you. They get the boiler fixed? Bob is here. Hola.
Hey.
How you feeling?
Okay. But a few questions what I had was because I don't drive much, I short trip a lot. In
Right.
winter, what's a good idle time for me to get going?
When you say short trips, how long, like how short is your trip?
No more than 2 miles round trip.
Ooh, I would let it come up to full operating temperature. So get in there, let it warm up. I'm sure your windows are going to have to defrost. Drive to where you're
Yeah.
going, and then maybe take a long way home and let your vehicle come up to operating temperature. Because the worst thing that you're going to do is go to your 2 mile trip and come back. So the fuel is actually washing out your cylinder and your oil is going to get fuel diluted. So you're not coming up to full operating temperature at that time. So boiler's working great. I would let it warm up while that's on high idle. And then your car's parked outside, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you don't have a remote start. So what I
No,
would
I
do
don't.
is go outside, start it, turn your defrosters on, go back inside, gather your belongings and stuff like that, come back out. It should be off high idle by that time. You know, in wintertime, like you said, it's about 6 minutes. Um, it's enough for your windshield to be defrosted, and then continue on down the road, and it's going to come up to operating temperature. It should by the time that you get to where you're going. Do you shut it off when you get to where you're going?
Yeah, usually it's just Myers on the street was just a hair under 2 miles, or just a hair under a mile, I should say.
Okay. So
Like
it's
0.8 to be exact.
okay. So the coolant may come up to operating temperature. It may not be at full operating temperature, but your transmission and your engine oil are not going to be up to operating temperature. The oil actually takes longer. So the temperature that you're seeing on your gauge is actually your coolant temperature, engine temperature.
That's
It
good
takes
to know.
longer for the oil to come up to temperature. So at that point, your oil is not up to temp. You're not doing damage per se, but I would actually drive it around the block, maybe take a little bit of a longer way home. I know it sounds like you're wasting gas, but you're not, because the short
Oh,
trip, you're actually burning more gas.
that's good to know.
And that way, if you have to go somewhere again, because it takes, when you're at full operating temperature and then you come home and shut it off, it takes 6 to 8 hours for it to come down off to completely cool off
I didn't
for
know
a
it took
vehicle.
that long to come down.
Yeah, it's about 6 to 8 hours to completely cool. So if you go do that, let it come up to full op temp, then you come home and then say 2 hours later you got to go somewhere else. Now you don't have to wait as long for it to take off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the long way from me, I can literally make that trip into a 7 mile round trip. That's a long way for me.
And that's plenty of time.
Okay.
I mean, you're not doing 80 down the freeway, are you?
Rarely I hit the highways.
You hit the highway before operating temperature?
No, I wait
Okay.
till it comes up. Like the closest highway to me is 88, and that's about 5 miles away from me.
Okay. So even if you did get on the highway before it comes up the temp, it's okay to do that, but you're not going to want to put your foot in the floor. You know what I mean? You just want to
Yeah.
gradually ease out there. I know how they drive in Chicago. They'll try to run you over just like they do in Atlanta
Oh
and
yeah.
probably California too.
Like the average speed on I-88, if you're doing less than 85 miles an hour, you will get rear-ended.
That's how it is in Atlanta
Yeah.
and in Fulton County. The speed limit's 55 and everybody's running 85.
Speed limit is 70 on it. That's why everyone clips at 85. And
Yeah.
big rigs do 80. If you're doing less than 80, the big rigs will rear-end you.
Yeah. James had you could probably see the comment. Said your neck of the woods, you have your spare key. Use your spare
Yeah, I
key
got
to start the vehicle. That way you can lock it.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
Back
why I
keeps
like the
spazzing.
Ford app. I use the Ford Pass app to start mine if it's really cold. By the time I get all my belongings and stuff and get out to my truck, I'm off high idle and the temperature's already, it's not at full temp, but I'm not in the cold mark.
Hey, triple to that
Usually,
hit. Go
usually I
ahead.
wait to the temp comes just a hair off the cold mark when it's super cold for me.
Yeah, and that's completely fine. Like I said, you're just going to drive. You're not going to put your foot in the floor, but you're just going to ease onto the throttle and drive like normal. You'll pull out into the traffic like normal,
Yeah.
and it will actually come up to operating temperature a lot quicker.
Oh, I notice it gets up to operating temp in about 2 miles if I do nonstop driving real
Yep,
slow.
yep. Because now you have a load on the engine, so your heater's working. You got your fan blowing. You got the alternator charging the batteries or the battery. So now you have a load on the engine. So it's forcing the coolant to go through, and now it's warming up quicker.
Yeah. Now, while I was staying with the cold weather too up here, like this morning it was like 7 or 8 degrees. I forgot exactly, but I had to run down the street to pick out like some medicine, things like that. Real sluggish, just cranking in, like that. It took a while for it to actually want to fire and get going.
Yeah, that sounds like a cold cranking amp issue because cold cranking amps are measured. I think it's 32 degrees or something like that
Yeah,
with a load on it. I think I think it's 32 degrees. Uh, Trouble said, "Yikes! My truck has never been up to 85. Has your truck ever been up to 8.5?" Just asking. If the GMC got up to 85, it might shake apart. I was doing 99 this morning on Route 80 going to breakfast. My wife was saying, slow down. I have an orthopedic problem. I have a lead foot.
Like only once I got my Lincoln up to, I think it was like 108, and I did not even realize that I was going that fast on the 88.
I've been up in the triple digits before. You look down and it's just like, oh wow, did not real. That's why everybody's behind me.
Hardest ever went was not my Lincoln. It was actually my dad's Grand Prix GTP. He had a 2000 Millennium Series. Had a needle pegged out past 140 on the dash. The thing was still climbing.
Yeah, my high school 65 fastback Mustang. I was an auto tech in high school, and the needle went to 120 and then back up to 0 and then hit 60 and went back to 0 and it never came back up. So it was floating. And I put it on the lift in class. And back then, they didn't have the speedometers like we have now where it uses the ABS sensors and stuff.
Yeah.
It was a gear, little plastic gear that sits in the back of the transmission with a cable. That little gear was just smooth. There was no teeth on it at all, no spiral.
Wow.
He burned.
The,
He used to burn the speedo on his 80.
The fastest car I ever driven was an 04 Viper SRT. Fastest
You know they
one I ever
brought that
got.
back.
Yeah. But this one hit the V12, I
V10.
think, in it. Or
The
V10,
V10.
yeah.
Yeah. They brought the Viper back.
Oh, they did? Nice.
Yeah. There was a guy at the Ford dealership. He's got I think it's a 04 or 06 that he bought brand new. He still has that.
Oh,
I've seen it.
that's
I've seen him
nice.
drive it like twice.
If you ever see him drive again, take pictures for us.
Next time I go over there, I'll ask him, or I'll send him a message.
Oh, that'd be cool.
186 on my leader bike. That's not hard to do, OTB. Yeah, they brought the Viper back. You didn't really hear much about them bringing it back. It's kind of crazy. You figure that'd be like one of the things that they compete with the GT350 and the GT500.
Yeah.
I don't know what years they made it for. Hang on. I know they brought it back for some short time.
The thing is, I never even knew Doctor that brought back for a while.
They got it. They brought it back in 2017.
Like a 1 year
Yep.
limited production.
Hang on. No, they brought it back in 17. 1992 until 2017. Took a brief hiatus in 07, and then from 2010 to 2012. So 91 to 2010, and then 2013 to 17.
Okay.
Try to stay under 3,500 RPMs while accelerating. Is that possible?
Yeah, it is. I drive like I'm 9 years old, trust me.
9 or 90?
90.
Oh, okay. What about you, Chris? You got a Lancer. You probably like Fast and the Furious over there.
Yeah, but I try to keep it at
9,000.
I probably go to 5 and 6 a lot. 5 and 6,000. But I don't redline it. I used to, but not anymore.
One tick above the red line.
Yeah, not anymore. I don't redline it. The gas is too expensive.
My motorcycle redline at 15.5. I've been way past that a few times.
Talk about gas prices. Is $4 for regular hair, $5.25 for premium and $6.10 a gallon for diesel.
$6.10
for
for
diesel for a
diesel.
gallon of diesel.
It is. The last time I saw it was like $5.27 for diesel, something like that. Gas is in the 320, 330 range.
Yeah, you're normalized that state.
That's still double what it was 2 years ago.
The lowest I seen it 2 years ago here was $2.52 a gallon.
So that's almost about 80 cents more than what it was here, 90 cents more.
Yeah. Now I know this cop out in Texas. She's a police chief. She's complaining at gas at $2.28 a gallon for regular. She's crying over that price. I'm like, Mel, gas. I saw her picture. I text her. I'm like, look at gas here. It's over $4. You're complaining at two.
You're paying double what she's paying. Chris, what's it
Yeah.
at where you at?
Like $6 a gallon for regular. Yeah. I mean, the cheapest you could find right now is like 5.30. Five
How do
dollars
y'all
thirty
do
cents.
that?
That's the
What
cheapest.
OTB? What's gas where you're at? James, what's gas where you're at? Who else is in here?
James is close to
Jose?
me.
Is Thomas still in here?
I don't think Thomas is.
Heating oil in New Jersey is $5.10 per gallon. What part of Jersey are you in? I got a friend from Beach Haven. His name is Danny. He still works at the Ford dealership. West Virginia, it's $3.49 for gas, $5.49 for diesel, $3.69 a gallon for regular in Connecticut, $3.60 in New Jersey. I only use 3 tankfuls a year. I don't pay attention. Man, I wish I used 3 tanks a year.
I would would you recommend putting like an additive in the gasoline? You
Yeah.
only use it 3 times
Yeah, like a
a year.
fuel stabilizer.
Stabilizer.
Yeah. Amsoil has one, doesn't it? Don't they?
Yes. Yes. If he doesn't want to go with Amsoil,
I mean,
Stabil is pretty good, and
mhm.
so is Startron.
I'm not saying the other brands are bad. I mean, a lot of people think just because I say Amsoil, the other brands are. I mean, they're good stuff. You know?
We just get the best results with
Yeah.
Amsoil, especially with the climates that we're in. Our climate's pretty close to yours.
Yeah, because my buddy was telling me like, "Oh, you're telling me the Amsoil." I was like, "No, I'm not telling you. It's. I'm not telling you those are bad brands." I had to tell my friend that. I told him they're good stuff. Don't get me wrong, but like you said, we get the best results.
Right.
Like I always ran Valvoline in my vehicle since my Ranger when I bought it in '06. Never had issues with Valvoline.
Nothing's wrong with Valvoline. And when I had Lake on the chat a couple weeks ago, which he will be back, I did speak with him yesterday. He's doing some traveling. Um, it's probably looking like mid-December before we can get actually back in touch with each other. He basically told you guys there's only 4 manufacturers that make all the base oils and the additive package for all the oils. Now, how much of it each company uses, it depends on what they want to market. So I've always had good results with Amsoil. I've run Mobile One, Motorcraft, obviously. I've run Valvoline, but in my vehicle, the Amsoil runs the best. Somebody else, Valvoline may run best, like for yours, or Pennzoil. Rich likes Pennzoil.
Yeah,
2001 F250 Super Duty, 237K. Do you recommend doing an engine flush at that higher mileage? Yes, I do. With my fleet of vehicles, they're all 6, 7 Power Strokes. Some of them got 300 something thousand miles on them, and I just recently engine flushed them.
Like this. I noticed on the Ford's naturally aspirated engines, like when my dad had a Crown Vic, my brother's Explorer, my vehicles, they run great on Pennzoil Ultra, valving, and a Motorcraft oil. They just love it.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, it's like apples to oranges. Uh, your climate's different than mine. And, Lake talked about this. Our climate here is a whole lot different than Indiana or Pennsylvania or Minnesota. You know what I mean? So
Oh
what
yeah,
works best for us down here may not work best for you there.
it's like up here where I live in Chicago. In the summer, take Florida's weather. That's how it is here. In winter, take Alaska's weather, and that's how it is. There's no happy medium.
My friend, she's actually down in Florida now. That's where her husband's from. He was military, but he met her in Alaska where she's from. And it'd be 28 degrees here because I used to work with her. And she'd be wearing a
Yeah,
short sleeve shirt. I'm like, girl, aren't you cold? No, this is not cold because she lived in Alaska where it's negative 40, negative 50 degrees. And all they
Actually,
have all they have in Alaska is diesel trucks, 4-wheel drives.
I
yeah.
did an
It's
oil change.
the long idle times up there.
Yes. What'd you say, Chris?
I did an oil change on my nephew's Volkswagen, and the Volkswagen had like a little ticking sound. And when I did the oil change, she's like, "Dude, the car sounds quieter. Like the ticking sound went away with AMSOIL."
Yeah. How long before he had changed his oil? Do you know?
I think maybe 6,000. I
Oh,
think,
that's not too bad.
yeah. But the ticking just went. It was really quiet.
Hmm. So my fleet, I told my boss that I wanted to change it from 10W30 to 5W40 because they're severe duty. I want to engine flush all of them, and I'm going to run AMSOIL in them. He said, do what you got to do. So the first one that I did had 297,000 miles on it, something like that, with 19,000 engine hours, which equates to 577,000 miles. And I backed it off the lift. I was like, here, go drive that. Tell me what you think. He was like, it's like a brand new vehicle. It was quiet.
Yeah,
And I put the all in one fuel stuff in it, changed the fuel filters, all that good stuff, changed the air filter. The fuel mileage on this fleet actually went from like 8.4 and now they're getting like 10.9. That's good, especially
very
for all
good.
the idle time and running that they do.
I have a question. Why does engine oil break down so much when it's idling? Like, why do we need to do a oil change so often?
Fuel dilution.
Okay.
Fuel dilution. Going down the highway, you're cruising from there to here because you said you're going to come visit me, which is cool. Um, you're constantly driving.
I'll fly over there.
So either way, you're constantly driving. So therefore, when the fuel is sprayed in, it's burned. That's it.
Okay, okay.
When you're idling, not all of it gets burned. Some of it gets past the piston rings. So it's going to wear out a little bit quicker.
Hmm.
Isn't it like that too in city driving?
Stop and go traffic.
Yeah,
Yes. Yes. Especially if it's bumper to bumper, like in the city of Chicago or in the
which I
city
have
of
to
New
go
York.
tomorrow morning.
Yep. Yep. Stop and go and was it stop and go traffic? Short trips, those are pretty bad. The Lake actually brought that up when he was on here. Highway driving, everybody thinks highway driving is bad for it, but highway driving is actually doing less damage.
Highway driving's the
That,
best.
Yeah.
yeah, that I actually knew about.
Yep.
Was highway driving was the best.
Stop and go is pretty bad. Stop and go is bad on your brakes. It's bad on your engine oil, your cooling, your air conditioner because it's constantly cycling it on and off. It's just, but what can you do about it?
That's one thing when I'm doing stop and go, even in the summer, I just roll down my windows and turn off the AC.
That's about the best thing you can do.
Yeah.
Yeah. When was it AC 265? Two windows down at 65 miles an hour?
Um. No, if I'm going under 40, windows are down. If I'm going above 40, windows up, AC cranked.
Mm-hmm. And
That's what I do.
A-Rod and Rich and I had talked about this in Rain Man on the live stream a couple weeks ago. You got those guys rolling coal. Okay, yeah, it looks cool. It's for show and everything, but I don't know if these people realize that's actually unburned fuel. It's just basically
Yeah.
raw fuel. So, what makes the base oil scary? The limited few that do. The tank cars are rolling in and out like only the local politicians wear the black hats and masks. But yeah, just the facts. Yeah, go ahead and engine flush that thing. And there's plenty of good ones. I use the AMSOIL. It gives me the best results. BG makes a good flush. Seafoam does pretty good, but you got to use it quite a bit of it.
That's me.
Yeah.
Me personally, Seafoam's out of date. There's so much better stuff out there.
This
Yeah.
is meant for boat engines. Seafoam, not for gassers.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't. What do you think about?
That's how Seafoam started, actually. But you can use it. There was a guy at the Ford dealership. Every time he came in for service, he had 2 bottles of Seafoam. One of them he wanted in his fuel tank. The other one he wanted you to flush his engine every time. So his engine was clean. Don't get me wrong. That's kind of overkill. I would imagine direct injection engines experience fuel dilution on short trips. Yes. And long idle periods. Yes. You are correct.
When I first got my Lincoln, I ran a bottle of MMO through it, through gas and oil. My engine still looks like it's brand new. With the power foam, did an intake clean on it.
The stuff I sent you?
Spotless in the engine.
Yeah. I got so many videos doing that, and everybody's like, man, you edited that. I did it live. You guys were watching me when I did it. So I couldn't, can't edit that.
Give me a minute. I'll run out and start my Lincoln for you.
Okay.
You guys can hear how quiet it is.
So I intake cleaned mine yesterday when I did my coolant flush. It's so much better. Lisa, I sent you a bottle of that power foam too. How did it work?
I cleaned my a while back, a long time ago. I cleaned my throttle body with that stuff you spray in the throttle body. It wasn't the AMSOIL stuff. It was some other stuff, and it wasn't that dirty. I mean, when I was looking at it, I was surprised that it wasn't that dirty. Why is that?
You got a clean running engine, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I noticed on my yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Let me pop this hood really quick.
You do some donuts for us. No, I'm kidding. Not right now.
But that's a quiet engine is.
That's quiet. David said, I had a leak in my AMSOIL delivery package. The gear lube pouch was defective. Did anybody else have this issue? I think AMSOIL needs to package the pouches better. I've never had an issue receiving any of their product, and I've done quite a few of the rear end pouches or transmission fluid pouches. None of them have ever had a hole in it. So that may not be AMSOIL's fault. That may be the shipper.
They would send you. I'm pretty sure they'll send you a new one.
Yeah, if you contact their customer service and tell them what happened.
Yeah, take a picture of it and let them know what happened.
But I haven't had anything. Well, Let me rephrase that. I've never had anything leak. I did get an order of antifreeze the other day, and one of my cases of antifreeze, just the tape busted on it, but none of the bottles were leaking. So, but that's not from AMSOIL. That's from it being going from truck to truck to truck or whatever.
I noticed some of the boxes on the outside, the, a little damage, but that's from the carrier. That's
Yep.
from from UPS or FedEx, whoever's delivering it.
Oh, guess who's in here? Oh, snap. Oh, y'all gonna love this.
Oh, it's gonna get good now.
Uh-huh.
We got the Ford Mafia right now.
Yeah, Karen.
Oh, this it is sent, brother.
You know what? You guys put some of the best content, man. You guys are honest and always helping people out.
UPS busted open the cans and an entire case of BGMOA. Yeah, so see, it's not just it's the shipper. It's not the manufacturer. Yeah, see, they'll resend it. They're not going to charge you to resend it. They have really, really good customer service.
Oh, it's freezing out there. The little bit I was out there, my nose is iced up.
It's 37 here.
It is 15 here.
Yes, they do have cardboard dividers. Ooh, look who's here. What's up, A-Rod? Look at you. Power Stroke Tech Talk with A-Rod.
It's probably freezing there, Aaron, too.
Going on. Bubbly.
See, this dude ran 100 laps. Oh, got the bubbly, huh?
What is going on, fellas? How is everybody tonight? Excuse me, merci.
We're hanging in there, man.
I'm glad he could make it, dude.
Here we go. I had to turn my the other window on mute.
So we were talking about winterizing vehicles, and we were on the gas subject, but we were getting on the diesel subject. How do you winterize your vehicle?
So it's funny you asked that. It's actually been something that I've been getting asked about.
Me too. That's why I did this.
I guess it's going to depend between vehicle to vehicle because, if it's going to be the diesel, which I'm going to prefer to be in, fuel additive is going to be my top one. Fuel additive. What are you doing? It's also important to drain your fuel water separator. Mm-hmm. That's a big eye into the fuel system, even if it's gelling. If you got some nasty sediment, even organic growth will start in some instances. And a couple of guys were asking about biodiesel, being in Cali, and they can't get regular diesel. They only can get biodiesel. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be running biodiesel, man.
Bob had asked that question earlier. What if you run out of fuel? What do you do? And can you add used engine oil to your tank?
Oof.
Well,
we might be getting a shop Super Duty. I'm not going to tell you what engine yet, but we might be giving that a try. So if you guys want to see some funky stuff, weren't
you guys going to try the transmission fluid though?
Yeah, that. I mean, really, at this point, we're going to try anything. I'd like to get my hands on some good fry oil because that would be kind of cool to see.
You know, it's on sale at Walmart right now for Turkey Day.
What is that?
Some frying oil.
Oh,
Or you
want
your car's gonna smell like French fries.
You guys gonna be working on Fridays?
If I want to.
I'm off.
Are you?
I don't think so. I mean, we're open, but I don't know if I want to join.
Lisa said he heard biodiesel does not work in cold weather.
Oof.
You should know that Aaron lived in Detroit.
I don't know. I've never used biodiesel before. I don't have any experience with that. So I don't want to say yes and I don't want to say no.
See, here in Illinois, it depends where
Either.
you're at. Closer you are to Chicago, the more biodiesel is in fuel.
We need to go post some links and get some people in here. But yeah, like Aaron said, drain the fuel water separator, fuel additive. I was telling them, Hot Shots makes a good additive, or Hot Shot Secrets. AMSOIL, the all-in-one that I use, that has an anti-gel and all that stuff in it.
That's good.
There's many other ones out there.
That's good stuff. I forgot I can pop out this chat. Duh.
Yeah.
I've never done it on.
Yeah, everybody can see the chat on StreamYard.
Yeah.
Just getting my windows. There we go.
Fry oil can result in a black bear sucking on your tailpipe after it shredded the interior.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, biodiesel wants to gel up.
Friend with early 80s model Chevy diesel run French fry oil. Didn't Willie Nelson do that to his tour bus?
I don't know.
I think so.
I think he converted it to biodiesel. It runs on like cooking oil or something like that.
What are I had a couple of guys asking me about this 23 CCV box. Can I use it? What is it? What is it going to work? Can we do it? When's the video coming out? What are for you and the ambulance side with you're seeing a lot of engine hours, a lot of idle hours, and these things that are just going ham all day long, 24/7. Do you work into your winterization a crankcase pressure check? Pop that, get it up to operating temperature, pop the
oil cap?
Yeah.
I do that whenever I service them anyway. That's
you?
one of the first things that I check.
Now, do you have ones that have the replaceable filters in it, or is it just the plastic case?
Some of them have the replaceable filters. Most of them are just the plastic case. Some of them are the one with the gray collar on it, and I have to replace them. I'm going to end up replacing them soon anyway. That's going to be the one with the black collar with the little sleeve that goes over it, the new updated version. Actually, that one, when I video chatted you that one day, that one was the one with the gray collar. That's the one where I popped the cap and it hit the hood. Bing! Scared the crap out of me.
I'm going to do a community post right now.
He has a biodiesel facility about 30 miles south. Okay, so yeah. But yes, I do. That's one of the first things I do when I service these things. Even if I'm not servicing it, if they're having an issue with something and I'm looking it over, that's still going to be one of the first things I check.
It's important.
It's a very important item. Obviously, it can cause oil leaks too. And I don't want to be repairing oil leaks all day long.
Hell no. Big time.
I'd rather spend the 45 minutes replacing a CCV box than having to pull an oil pan.
Yeah. It's funny, when they first started having problems with that, I remember one came in and we're like, how in the heck did it do that? What?
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
So I got a message from one of our mutual friends the other day that the 2051 oil filter is going to be on back order. And it's being replaced with a new one. So I have my AMSOIL oil filters in stock.
I ordered 2
You ordered 2?
of the new ones.
So I have my AMSOIL ones in stock, but I called the Ford dealership and I said, "Hey, you got any 2050 ones?" He said, "Yeah, I got 29 or 30 of them." I said, "Cool. I'll take 29 of them. I'll leave you with one." And then I told him what was going on. He was like, "Really, man?" Sorry, bro.
Sorry, bro. Yeah, they're about to be on bad back order. We were talking about that. Who actually makes our filters? And
Purelator,
yep. There's that, and Man and Hummel.
Man and
Is
Hummel.
that is it Man and Hummel?
Man and
Yeah.
Hummel. And both of those are here.
What do you mean?
One of them is here. Purelator and Man and Hummel
Is
here in
is
North
what?
Carolina.
Oh, is it really? Oh,
Yeah, it's like 6 miles from my house.
I'll be damned.
They make the Motorcraft filters, the Purelator filters, obviously. The Purelator Boss. There's like 3 or 4 brands that they make.
Like you guys know my youngest brother works for Napa,
hmm
and parts are hard to buy. Mean things like buy you 20 oils, 30 weights, filters. The Napa brand 7502 is the reference for the Ford 500 filters. They're just so hard to come across. Spark plugs, name it. It's
Oh gosh,
sometimes it's
don't
taken
tell
up
me.
to 3 months to just get a part in.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Like it just makes you. It blows your mind. Like what is going on? Like,
Something that I don't think we know.
or they don't want us to know.
That don't
Yeah,
make any
it's
sense, man.
my
And the only
brother.
reason I got those
Got it.
The only reason I got those filters is because obviously I work on some very important equipment and they need to run. So
It's
Kind
good
of
to have
important
a
there, pal.
These are
have
now
a
still
backstory.
Wicks. Napa filters are still Wicks. There's a massive shortage everywhere.
AMSOIL filters are Wicks too.
Yeah.
I like the peer leader boss. The micron rating is a lot higher than other companies.
I think Ford Boss likes that one too.
And no Ford boss likes the Fram ultra synthetic.
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yeah, he likes that one.
The ultra synthetic one. Ultra synthetic. It's just the micron rating is the same as the boss, peer leader boss. It's the same micron rating, but it's just the peer leader boss has a beefier case.
Cam.
Yeah, so my car is low to the ground, so if a rock hits
Oh,
it, I don't want it to bust
yeah,
open.
that would be not a good idea.
So, but yeah, the micron rating's super high on those. It's like the highest. And the Fram Ultra Synthetic, and then the Pure Later Boss.
I like the Purelator Boss, the AMSOIL filters. I never go wrong with a factory filter. Those things are designed for your engine, obviously.
Oh yeah. Like the Napa Platinum filters, the Wicks XP. Then their gold is the one under the XP. Then the cheap one is their baseline Wicks filter equivalent.
Even O'Reilly Auto Parts, the MicroGuard filter is actually a Purelator filter. The filter element on the inside is Purelator.
Like now, a lot of people know this too with Napa. Almost all their fluids is Valvoline makes it. Not all, but majority of it, about 85%. It's all Valvoline. Transmission fluids Valvoline, and Valvoline. The fuel system cleaners are Valvoline. Brake fluids
I
Valvoline.
think that's what we get delivered at the dealership is Valvoline oil, but they may be delivering Motorcraft. They just dispense Motorcraft blend, whatever we order, I guess.
I forgot we talked about this. I forgot who it was that made Motorcraft oil. That was on my live stream a couple weeks ago with the
It starts
lubrication
with a
specialist.
P. I forgot the company. Like Phil's or something like that.
Oh,
Who doesn't
so
want to go to work tomorrow?
who doesn't want to
Hey,
what?
go to work tomorrow.
Oh, I don't,
He
but I
doesn't
have
have to
to.
work.
Gonna be a short week.
Yeah, it will. I'm probably gonna have a busy day tomorrow.
It's too cold to get up in the morning.
Dude, this shit hurts my hands, man.
How cold is it?
I don't know. Like cold enough to make the door creak. It's like 21, I think.
36 here.
I was like, man, I gotta get some gloves,
In the
man. It's like
teens.
my hands are drying
No.
out.
Yes,
In the teens by me.
Conoco makes motorcraft oil. That's who it was. That reminds me of Dynaco from Cars.
I know.
So, Aaron, if they did run out of fuel and it's cold, what do they do on a diesel?
I would get fuel, obviously.
Get fuel and prime the system, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the questions.
Probably add nothing additive wouldn't hurt.
Yep. Get fuel, prime the system by turning the key on and off. Would you recommend changing the filter if they ran out of fuel?
No. I don't think that would be necessary. I think the main thing would be get it started, get the air primed out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this guy. Every week's a short week for me. Retired 2 years ago. Well, you know what, buddy? Congratulations for you. I hope you enjoy it. Hope you're doing something that
I think I'm gonna have to retire once,
that you
like
like.
once I'm like 70 years old. The
No
way
shit.
things are.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work till I'm 90.
Hopefully, I'll be a supervisor. I'll be supervising and just walking around by that time.
I just want to be the old guy, just like get off my lawn type guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
I remember having one of those people in my neighborhood growing up. Like, we'd always ride by, like, oh my gosh, don't ride on the grass, don't ride on the grass. Gonna come out and yell at us.
everybody had that neighbor.
Oh, good.
Is there any other kind of additives that you recommend, A-Rod?
I really like the Hot Shots. They got some good oil additive. I have FR3 that I have. I got Amsoil. I drove my Amsoil that I wrote myself. I got W30. And run a motorcraft filter, which I found motorcraft filters on Rock Auto. I bought 12 of them before.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Barely.
Really?
It's kind of staticky.
Hold on. Did that change anything?
A little bit.
Let me shut them off and turn it back on. I'm sorry.
All right.
How about now?
I mean, we can hear you. It just sounds like you're far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I hear. Sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. That was that guy! What side of the country are you guys in?
I live by Rich, literally 40 minutes from him.
Chris is in California.
Oh shit!
See, Lisa's in Connecticut. Trouble's in New York.
Derek's got a good question.
What are some things to do with a 7.3 to make sure it's ready for winter? Wait, what year is this one? Is it the 7.3 gas or the old 7.3 diesel?
Have an old girl.
He's in West Virginia. Oh, he was asking me about engine flushing too. Yes, I engine flush the whole fleet.
And that's a bottle you dump in the crankcase?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you some.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Do you recommend engine flushing if we're always on top of our oil changes?
On top of all your oil changes?
Yeah, like if
Not
I'm.
every oil change.
Mhm,
There's no need for it every oil change.
mhm. No, I mean doing an engine flush if I do my oil changes on time all the time.
Well, you're gonna need to every now and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like my Lincoln, I bought it in March of last year. Do my oil changes every 3,500 miles and or 4 months, whatever comes first. My engine looks like it's brand new. And last time I done a flush was with MMO when I first got it.
Oh, yeah.
So some of the things that he can do to that 7.3 to make sure it's ready for winter.
He said it was a power stroke.
Yeah, power stroke.
Well,
Fuel
first
additive.
thing, yeah,
Huh?
that.
Fuel additive. Drain your fuel water separator. You asked me about an engine flush earlier. I am going to recommend that you do that. Put some fresh
Make
oil
sure,
in it.
make sure them
Huh?
glow plugs are juicy,
Yeah. Um,
crispy.
he said crispy. Um, what else was it? Uh, would you recommend a block heater, Aaron?
I mean, wouldn't hurt. I have installed. They're super easy on those because they go right by the oil filter into that housing, and the cords are no brainer to run. Um, and I mean, if you're going to be in the temperatures 30 degrees and below during the winter, I'd definitely be plugging my rig in.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing that troubles the 7.3s are the glow plugs not working.
Glow
And
plugs.
there's a great video that I have um, on the channel checking the glow plugs, the resistance of them, and if they're bad, do you just throw a whole side in? And I mean, the thing will fire up. You shouldn't have to sit there.
It should fire.
That thing hit, yeah. That thing hits, get that fire started, boom, thing is
Uh,
rocking and rolling.
he's got a block heater on it, and it's a godsend. That's good. Also, check the protection of your coolant. You can get one of those little testers. It just sucks a little bit up, and it'll tell you if your coolant's still good. So
Yeah, I think it was like
recommend.
8 months ago. Rich did a drain and fill on my coolant.
Yep, I just did mine Saturday.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
my
Check your
Lincoln
coolant.
has 150,000 miles on it. You guys heard how quiet it is for its age,
Oh yeah.
being 15 years old.
What color is it?
It's the Ford white pearl chocolate. So pearl white chocolate.
Okay, okay, okay.
It's
It's
an
in great
'07
condition.
MCAX
Is it?
in mint. Yeah, it looks like it's 6 months old for being almost 16.
Rich is the one that works on it, so we know it's
Oh,
in
no
good
Yeah,
kidding.
hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Rich is the only one I let touch my Lincoln.
Is it? What is it like a series? Is it like is it an executive series or
It's just an
signature
MCAX
series?
base. It's just a base
Yeah.
model
Okay.
MCAX.
That's cool. That's cool.
Front wheel drive, 6 speed auto on it. The 3.5
Yeah.
NA.
Okay.
Hey, A-Rod, what is the resistance on those glow plugs? What's the range?
The range for those should be no more than 2 ohms.
No more than 2.
No more than 2.
Easy to ohm it out. Set it to ohm. Touch them together.
Yep. Or to the battery. So you're going to go one to the negative cable and one to the glow plug.
Yep.
Super easy.
Yeah, I saw
If
his
you're
new
doing more than you're
F-150.
doing all of them.
Yeah.
So.
He called me yesterday when he got it. He's like, I'm calling you from my new truck, man. I said, what'd you get? He said, I got an F-150. I said, a 2022? And he laughed. He was like, nah, man. 15.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, he fucked. What was he saying? He was. I called him. I called him for a neighbor's car. And he's like, "Yeah, I just bought F-150." I'm like, "No way, really?" Like, whoa.
Yeah, he called me about 8:30 last night.
It's that. Whoa.
It's a nice truck. It's in good condition. Yeah,
I have not.
huh?
I've not seen.
He posted a video with it.
There it is. Let's talk winterization.
Oh, we're basically talking about everything.
I have
But
my
yeah.
other window pulled up. There we go.
I think also having a good battery helps out.
Oh yeah.
Good battery.
I
We
honestly
were.
recommend AGM batteries. Those acid-filled batteries, man, they've just been leaking like crazy.
I
That's
noticed it
what I'm gonna
myself.
try to find.
Do what?
I said that's what I'm gonna try to find is those AGMs.
What'd you say,
Okay,
Chris?
quick question on
I
AGM.
noticed that
On
those
my
acid
old,
batteries been leaking myself.
Yeah.
I've seen it. They've been leaking. That's why I switched over to AGM.
What do you have them in?
Interstate.
What kind of vehicle?
I have a Lancer, Mitsubishi Lancer.
Hmm.
But yeah, I just noticed that when it starts up, it starts right up. Because I know
Okay.
they use the AGM on a lot of the hybrid vehicles. The cars that need like the stop and go cars. That the cars are
Mhm.
yeah, that one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The cranking's like
Now 23 Super Duties are gonna have AGMs.
They come factory AGM.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So I'm
About time.
kind of curious. I'd like to get that part number
I
and get those.
your video
okay,
that you
here's a
posted the
question.
other day about AGM, and you said it was a Super Start battery. Those are actually from O'Reilly's. Um, I'm actually getting a really good deal on those batteries right now, so that's what I've been putting in, and they crank, man. They crank.
It's important, man. Especially these like littler cars, these Explorers and stuff, like from the patrol vehicles. They are so sensitive to micro voltages. I'm talking U3000s and all the modules, lost communication, view this. Man, put a battery in it, everything fixes it.
Yeah, put a battery in it, reset the BCM
Yeah.
or the BMS. Do
No,
AGMs require a special charger? No.
No.
so they are compatible with, let's say, like something like my Lincoln was 15 years old.
Yeah,
Is it AGM capable?
yeah. It's just an all
Okay,
glass mat. It's just a little bit of a
Yeah.
beefier battery.
good to know.
I would say that would be a more stable voltage to battery. Probably like a quicker recover time.
hmm Wintertime, I park my F-150 in the garage so I can keep the driveway clear, so it's easier to plow.
True that.
Mm.
True that.
What are those? Like the yellow top, red top batteries. Was it?
Optimums.
Yeah, the Optimal ones.
Yeah.
One of my buddies has one of those in his Chevrolet. It's been in there for 7 years.
What?
Yeah.
I also
Optimum used to be American made, but now they sold out, and I think they're made in Taiwan. Is it or the Philippines? It's made in now. For the last like 3.
I know they're gel batteries. They're supposed to be like top of the line. I've never had
Yeah,
one, but
they are gel. They're made in like Taiwan or the Philippines, something like that, and they're really cheaply made over the last few years. My
hmm,
brother's saying every time somebody buys them, they're returning them within 6 months. They're bad.
yeah, he's had his in there for 7 years.
Yeah, that's when
So
they're still American made and with quality.
back in 2020, I had a 2011 F-150 FX4 blackout, and it was the 5.0 Coyote.
Oh.
And I got out to go to lunch one day, and it said check charging system. So I was like, what the heck? Started to drive forward, and it went away. So it kind of told me that my charging system was working. I tested my battery failed. That was the original battery from the factory.
Oh wow.
Damn.
9 years old. So I got the life out of that battery.
I think you got your money's worth, pal.
These are they aren't anymore.
what do you think about doing like little basic tune up like spark plugs for winter? Make sure your spark plugs are good.
Well, if it's a diesel, like Aaron said, you want to check the ohms,
Oh
check
yeah,
the resistance on the glow plugs.
yeah.
Spark plugs, if you've never done them before, yeah,
Mhm.
Go ahead and do them.
That's kind of like a mileage thing, not necessarily like I got to do that before the winter thing.
Yeah. But
My phone's almost
obviously if
dead.
they've never been done, then
My phone's almost dead, guys, so I'm gonna hop off.
do what now?
I'm gonna hop off. My phone is almost dead.
Okay. Thanks for joining.
Peace.
And thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. Derek says another thing to check is all your terminals. I noticed my alternator terminal was loose the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I came across one where you helped me that one night where it was the broken wire.
Oh yeah.
The following morning I had a different one. Well, like I told you, they both, when something goes wrong with the electrical system, they both default to 14 volts. So I'm checking and checking. I'm going through this whole pinpoint test. So finally, I get to the last part, and you take the battery positive cable off of the alternator, and you unplug it, and then you basically ohm it out. So you touch the battery positive, and then you touch the case, and it's supposed to be like 25K ohms, 25 kilo ohms, and this thing was dead, nothing on it. OL is what I got on my multimeter.
Hey.
The other one was going bad, so I ended up replacing both of them. Battery light went off. Yeah, check your terminals. Check your battery terminals too, man. You get that corrosion off of there. Are you eating yogurt?
Ice cream.
No. It's 25 degrees outside, and you're eating ice cream.
Well, I mean, it's 71 in the garage.
Oh. What flavor?
Baseball nut.
Never had it. What does it taste like? Baseball dirt?
It's got like raspberry streusel.
Ooh.
Good. I'm uploading a video right now, so I'm letting it
Nice.
do it in the background.
Did you see my coolant leak on that 6.7? My little short?
I did not.
The T connector.
Oh, yeah, where it's sprayed all over top of the
intake.
Yeah. I know, I'm fat.
Yep. So those are just basic things you can do to winterize or to make sure that your vehicle is going to start in the morning. I would definitely check those glow plugs like Aaron said.
Would anybody want to watch us stream video games?
You gonna stream video games? What are you playing?
Whatever.
My kids were playing Modern Warfare a minute ago.
We could do that. We could play GTA, and we could live stream that and be in the same.
I'm nowhere near the PlayStation right now.
Like not right now. Like we could do it as a later date.
A peanut butter and Nutella sandwich sounds good right now.
You know, I haven't ever had that.
Me.
How about a toasted or grilled peanut butter jelly?
Yeah, those are good. I eat a lot of peanut butter sandwiches here lately, toasted, by the way.
My daughter's allergic, so I can't. I eat my peanut butter at work.
They had some pretty good questions about winterization, though. Some basic things to check. Things that they'd want to do. Obviously, change your oil, check your coolant.
Yeah.
Drain your fuel water separators.
Air pressure is probably a big one, too.
Yes.
Do you want to be getting a flat?
Put some winter air.
Yeah, you got to change the summer air to winter air.
Deflate it, and then fill it up with winter air.
Wait, this guy got me.
He got you? You ever see CPT or CP Tools? We could be twins. Super nice guy. Love tools. Which I will be reviewing a tool tomorrow that I'm just going to give away. So
I bet you're gonna get someone like, oh, I did that to my tires.
So one of my shorts has like 150 something thousand views, and it's the recirculation button
Yeah.
for the AC. And it was a joke video. Okay, this is the one Chris is like, dude, these people like commenting on this. Some people can't take a joke. And somebody commented on here recently, I wonder how many people actually took this serious. Like, it's kind of on them if they do. I did not realize that video was going to get that many views.
That's pretty funny.
Yes, the Milwaukee tire inflator. My buddy AJ has one of those. Those things are cool.
Do you have the grease gun?
No, but I'm going to get one. I want that pump that you got. The fluid pump that you sucked out the diesel, the tank with.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a bad boy.
I want one of those.
I think it's also important for the tires to be. I've seen people that drive around with old tires. They're all cracked up on the side. It's like, dude, that's so dangerous, dude.
5 years. About
I wonder
5
how many
years.
people actually do a pre-trip.
I did a video on that not too long ago, pre-trip inspection, what to check. Just the basic things that you can check. A lot of people don't even know there's a date code on the tires. Like 11/19. That's the 11th week of 2019. A lot of people don't know that.
I didn't know it was the week.
Yeah, it's the week. The grease gun is awesome. I'm going to have to get that grease gun.
Mine's an M12. My coworker's got an 18. And I'm like, what the hell was that noise? Hey, look! It's CP's garage! Coming from Ford's Garage, Orlando! Too bad you ain't eat no bumpy cake.
CP, I need your email. We can get CP in here too.
CP coming through. Probably got, let's see. Got that barbecue brisket burger.
That look good.
And he's got, well, if they ain't got bumpy cake, I don't know what he's getting.
Who?
Mm-hmm.
Who?
CP.
Hey, he said SPTT. Hey, private. Here, hang on.
Yeah. My ear is plugged up.
I hear a bunch of clicking, like bubbles.
Here you go. Because Cody's proud to be an American.
All right,
Orlando. Cool. At Ford's Garage, Orlando. Dang.
That's where he's at right now?
I'm first generation American. I'm proud of being American.
Hey, that's cool.
Better than Mexico.
Yeah.
He said better than Mexico.
I share the same bloodline, brother. I just don't look it.
Oh, I do have his email. Look at there.
Mm-hmm.
I just start typing and it pops up.
I know, that's what I had to do. When the tires show signs of cracks, I change them. Will you be surprised, people who don't?
And people be riding around on slicks.
Mm-hmm.
Like no tread at all,
and
like a race slick.
Big trucks too.
Yeah. That's because tires are expensive. I understand, but how long are these going to last to the scene of the accident? I'm running out of coffee.
Ugh.
What? You like my coffee cup? You like my coffee cup? Slay all day.
Slay all day.
My wife got me that.
Where is this kooky?
All right, you guys. I'm gonna bounce. My mom just wants to have dinner, so I'm gonna have
All
dinner with
right,
her.
brother.
And then, but yeah, A-Rod, you guys put some really good content, man. You and Bearded Vortec, man. I mean, you guys are really honest, and
We work hard on it.
a lot of these mechanics on YouTube. I mean, they don't put the detail that you guys put into it, and you guys take a lot of pride in what you guys do.
We
You
sure
know,
do.
so yeah.
Thank you.
Okie dokie. Thank
All right,
you.
brother.
Yeah, man. I'll see you later.
See you.
Bye.
Golf balls on the sidewalls. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll get his contact information. Trouble. Cody should be coming in any time now.
Ooh, sides. Ice cream's good.
So that's like your third cup.
Yeah.
You guys see a lot of salt damage up there? Is there anything to prevent that?
Try to keep your vehicles as clean as you can underneath.
Car wash.
Yeah, that quarter car wash is your friend in the winter.
What about undercoatings?
They got it. We got it, Z-Bar. Just the undercoating. We didn't do rust proofing.
That's crazy. I bet car washes up there make money, dude. Especially in the wintertime.
Oh yeah. Like right now, we had our first little snow. It's all salty all over the roads. All the cars are all white.
No snow here. Fluid film. Yeah, Rich did. I keep forgetting the name of it. We just talked about it yesterday too. He did a fluid film on a couple of them. Salt Terminator.
I've seen that. And I know what the CRC is.
CRC makes a wide variety of stuff, but I've never heard of the Salt Terminator. That's cool. Car wash. But does the car wash off the fluid film? And you have to reapply it?
No.
No?
It's like a Vaseline oil type coating.
Ah.
Super weird.
Like a waxy type thing?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Salt Terminator. Surface Shield Blaster. That's what it was. Surface Shield. Huh?
I'll have to look that up. I know DS would like that.
That's what it was. Okay, yeah. So Rich did a bunch of Surface Shield undercoating stuff. And it was like a really big bottle of it. And you barely use any of it spraying it on the car. Didn't he buy like a 5-gallon jug, Trouble? And you don't use a whole lot. Lisa had asked me a question earlier and I forgot all about it. Yeah, I use the metal protectors for battery terminals from Amsoil. It's lanolin based. Okay. Where's Cody?
Probably eating this pumpkin cake.
They went to that burnout competition.
Oh yeah, cleanest thing.
That was pretty cool.
That's cool.
So are these the 2023 CCB box? Will it fit on older models? Supposedly.
Looks like it would.
I wonder if I can get a few of those and put it on like the 17s and 18s that I got. I got a few 20s and 21s.
We got a video coming up. It's going to be pretty interesting. I know they don't have any in the country now.
Really, they're all out already. Did you buy them all?
So, no, I opened my mouth and I think a couple people bought them.
Send me a part number. Text it to me. I'm gonna call my dealership, see if they can get me some. If they're on back order, they'll just send them when they come off back order. South Main Auto, Eric Hill uses fluid film. Oh, that was fast. You already knew the part number off the top of your head?
Yeah. It's brand new. They don't start with that.
I'm gonna have to save that.
It's very peculiar.
It's changed. Like, that's a very weird number. What are the differences in? Yeah, I'm interested to know the differences too, even though I don't have to use that stuff down here where I'm at. But
I know it's greasy.
that's not what I wanted.
And it's like if you're doing a repair and your sleeve rubs up against it. Oh man.
It's all over you.
Oh man. Oh man. Son of a bean.
What? You ate all that ice cream?
Oh Cody.
Yeah, I know. Where'd he
Oh,
go?
Cody.
He hasn't popped up on my screen yet. I'll give him a few more minutes. If not, anybody else got any questions?
StreamYard. Where's my other window? There it is.
It's not what
Bearded
I wanted.
Forte.
What I do?
What didn't you do?
I don't know, man. What did I do? What the world is going on?
No. I think there's a glitch in the Matrix.
It says Cody and Rayman are doing burnouts.
That wouldn't surprise me.
No, it wouldn't.
Well, shoot, I guess I'll hop off. I still got to take a shower and wind down.
Yeah, me too. I appreciate
Fellas,
Thanks for coming in, A-Rod.
no problem. Everybody in the comments, appreciate you interacting with us. And yeah, maybe you can catch us up on Wednesday. We'll revisit all of this.
Got to save that right quick.
Bearded Forte. Get at me, baby.
I will. I'll hit you up tomorrow, buddy.
Everybody, see you.
Later. So, too many things going on my screen. Anyway, we were yesterday. Hey, I sent you an email to come in here, man. But anyway, it's been an hour and a half. I'm going to hop off here. We will continue this on A-Rod's channel, like he said, possibly Wednesday night. I appreciate all you guys stopping by. If you have any more questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll get to them. I'll see you guys on the next one.